Today I'm reviewing El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. So stay tuned for my full review and let's do this. Hey guys, I'm Joshua Perez and welcome to Juice Talkies. So El Camino is basically the movie sequel to the hit TV series Breaking Bad, which is the greatest TV series in the history of television. Fight me. Fight me. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, the TV series, what is wrong with you? If you haven't seen Breaking Bad, the TV series, you might want to go and do that first. Don't continue forward. Watch that first, then come back and watch the movie. You'll be better prepared. You won't have that connection with the movie. So just a bit of a recap on what happened in the end of season 5. We ended up with a shootout in the desert where Jessie was kidnapped and enslaved by Jack and his white supremacist psychopath gang, so that he could cook meth for them. And then after that, Walt just basically vanished. He disappeared, skipped town, only to find out that his old colleagues, Gretchen and Elliot, were taking credit for his gray matter theory. And at that moment, he just decides to come back into the picture. He ends up invading their house and forcing them to basically take his money and create a trust fund that he can leave for his family. He ends up crashing a meeting with Todd and Lydia, in which he poisons her drink with ricin. And can I just get this out the way? Todd, if you haven't seen this series, remember Todd. Todd is basically the Ramsay Bolton of Game of Thrones. And you're gonna hate him. And then he says his final farewells to Skylar. So Walt ends up showing up to Jack's compound where he's created this remote control machine gun that he rigged to the car so he can go and free Jessie. He ends up taking everybody out. He ends up shooting Jack. Jesse ends up strangling Todd. That was so satisfying. And then, Jesse's free. Jesse's actually on the run. He takes the car. And he's on the run, and that's pretty much how the series ended. Just one of those few TV series where they tied up every loose end they possibly could. And it was a satisfying end. And you're probably thinking to yourself, like after this movie, like, do we even need this movie? Yes, because going back and thinking about how the last episode ended, you can't help but think, what's next for him? Whatever happened to him? Did the police finally catch up to him? Did he end up dying? He had like a lot of these lingering questions. I guess that's where the movie came in, because I felt like there was more to wrap up with his story. So this movie picks up literally seconds after he escapes from the compound, and he's basically on the run. From the trailer, you pretty much saw that Skinny Pete was gonna be in it. So that's not really a spoiler. Both Badger and Skinny Pete show up in the movie. He ends up showing up to their place and they kind of take care of him. And man, like, you really see the PTSD side of Jesse after, he's gotten out of the compound. Like, the guy was tortured, abused, and the movie kind of kicks off with that. You kind of see more of the mental effects that have taken place after that. Like, he's in bad shape. Like, you really see that he's not okay. The whole movie, he's just basically on the run. He's trying to avoid being captured. He actually remembers his secret stash of cash that's hiding out in an apartment, so that's kind of where he goes. In the movie, you do have like some cameos sprinkled in here and there. I would have liked to see a couple more. I won't tell you who he ends up seeing in the movie, but it was kind of cool. It was nice to kind of see a couple of them faces that we're familiar with. One in particular, I won't tell you who it is, but kind of gained a few pounds. But it's a tense movie. It's not like super fast paced. It's not like action heavy. So don't expect that. We do finally get to see a better conclusion to Jesse's story. This is basically the closure we needed. But in terms of the movie as a whole, like this movie looked amazing. It was shot fantastically. It's Vince Gilligan. If he's gonna be on board and he's writing and directing it, like, this movie is going to be a work of art. And like, one of my favorite scenes is when he is in the apartment, he's looking for the stash of cash, and you're getting this bird's eye view. You basically get the floor plan of the entire apartment in a time lapse of just basically him in each room and him trying to look for the money. But it's basically like a real life floor plan of the apartment. I thought it was one of the coolest shots I've ever seen. I haven't seen any movie do this, but that was one shot in the whole movie, one image that actually like stuck with me throughout the whole entire thing. So here's my final review for El Camino, and I'm giving it groovy juice. It's a really amazing movie. It's tense. It gives us the closure that we needed. It works. I mean, you know, everyone was kind of cautiously optimistic in the beginning. The better end to Jessie's story. But yeah, anyways, guys, comment below. Let me know, what is your favorite TV show of all time? I'd love to know. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy that video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So since Halloween's around the corner, I'm thinking about doing a couple horror movies before that. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but surprises, right? Surprises. Surprise. And so yeah, see you guys in the next video.